International English Language Testing System. Practice Listening Test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions based on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only.
Section 1. You will hear a man calling a community sports club to inquire about membership options. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4.
Good morning, Riverside Community Sports Club. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello. I'd like to inquire about registering for a membership, please. A friend recommended your facility.
Fantastic. I can certainly take your details down and walk you through the options. Can I start with your full name?
Yes, it's Marcus Vance. That's V-A-N-C-E.
Thank you, Mr. Vance. And a contact number, please?
It's 7754-902-341.
Great. And your home address or postcode?
I live at 14 Highfield Road, Oakford. The postcode is OK24PR.
Got it. Now, we have a few different membership tiers depending on what facilities you plan to use. Are you primarily interested in the gym, the pool, or our group classes?
Well, I mainly want to use the pool for early morning swims, but I'd like access to the gym on weekends as well.
Right. In that case, our standard gold tier would be ideal. It covers the gym, the main swimming pool, and the sauna facilities.
Oh, brilliant. How much is that monthly?
The standard gold rate is £55 per month. However, if you sign up for a full year upfront, we discount it to £48 per month.
I think I'll go with the annual payment to save a bit. Is there an adjoining fee?
Normally, there's a £25 admin fee, but because you were recommended by an existing member, we waive that. I just need your friend's name for our records.
Her name is Sarah Jenkins, Jenkins.
Perfect, thank you. Now, before your first session, all new members are required to complete an induction with one of our trainers, just to go over safety procedures and equipment setup.
Sure, that sounds sensible. When are those available?
We run them every evening at 6 p.m. or on Saturday mornings.
Saturday morning would work much better for me. What time?
We have a slot open at 10:15 a.m. this coming Saturday. Does that suit?
Yes, perfect.
Great. Also, please remember to bring a photo ID and a suitable padlock for the lockers in the changing area. We don't supply those, though you can buy one at reception if you forget.
Okay, good to know. What about parking on site?
We have a free car park for members. You just need to display a permit on your windscreen, which I'll hand to you on Saturday.
Excellent. Oh, one more thing. Are there any fitness assessment options available?
Yes, all Gold members receive a complimentary health check every 6 months. It includes a baseline test for blood pressure and body composition analysis.
Oh, that's really useful. Is the pool heated year-round?
Yes, kept at a comfortable 28 degrees. Just note that on Thursdays, the main pool closes slightly earlier at 8 p.m. for the local water polo club practice.
No problem. I usually swim before work anyway.
Oh, perfect. Morning lanes open at 6:30 a.m.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for all the information. I'll see you on Saturday.
You're very welcome, Marcus. Don't forget to wear comfortable trainers for your induction walkthrough. Bye now.
Now you have half a minute to check your answers. Now, turn to Section 2. You will hear a tour guide giving an introductory talk to visitors at an estate museum and garden. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 15. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Oak Ridge Heritage Museum and Gardens. My name is Arthur, and I'll be giving you a brief orientation before you head off to explore the grounds. Oak Ridge was built in 1842 by Sir William Thornton, a prominent local industrialist. While the mansion itself retains its original Victorian architecture, the surrounding estate has undergone several major transformations over the past century. Today, we pride ourselves on preserving both local history and ecological diversity. First, let me highlight a few key events happening today. In the main hall, we have our temporary exhibition on 19th century weaving techniques. That runs continuously until 4 p.m. If you're interested in wildlife, I highly recommend our guided bat walk this evening at 6:30 p.m., though do note that tickets must be booked at the main desk as numbers are strictly capped. For families, the pottery workshop in the courtyard barn starts at 2 p.m. Children can make their own clay tiles to take home. Now, take a look at the maps in your visitors' packs. We are currently standing at the main entrance gate, facing north toward the estate. If you look straight ahead down the central gravel path, you will see the fountain plaza in the middle of the grounds. If you turn immediately left from the entrance gate and follow the narrow footpath running along the western perimeter fence, you will reach the Victorian walled garden. It's tucked right into the southwest corner, a wonderfully quiet spot for traditional flower displays. If you return to the central path and head towards the fountain plaza, take the path branching off to the right, east. Follow that path past the herb garden, and in the far eastern corner of the grounds, you'll find the craft workshop. That's where today's tile-making sessions are taking place. Now, if you stand at the central fountain plaza and head directly north past the lawn, you'll come across a large stone structure. That is the old ice house, built partially underground to store food before modern refrigeration. Directly to the west of the fountain plaza, situated between the central lawn and the outer tree line, lies the tea room. It has a lovely outdoor patio overlooking the rose garden. Finally, if you carry on past the old ice house towards the northernmost border of the estate, you will cross a small wooden footbridge. Just across that bridge, tucked into the woods, is the bird hide, perfect for spotting native woodland birds. Before I let you explore, a few quick guidelines. We ask that all visitors stick strictly to marked paths to protect sensitive plant roots. Photography is permitted throughout the grounds, but flash photography is strictly prohibited inside the historical mansion to prevent damage to delicate tapestries. Picnic tables are available near the east lawn, but please ensure all rubbish is placed in the designated recycling bins. Enjoy your visit.
Now you have half a minute to check your answers.
Come in, Clara, Liam. Have a seat. So, we're here to talk about your proposal for the Environmental Science undergraduate project. You've chosen urban microclimates, specifically city park temperatures versus surrounding street temperatures.
That's right, Dr. Evans. We wanted to measure how green spaces mitigate the urban heat island effect during summer months.
It's a classic topic, but still very relevant. Now, I've read through your initial methodology outline, and I have a few concerns regarding your sampling sites.
Oh, really? We selected 4 locations across the city centre, 2 high-density residential streets, 1 paved commercial plaza, and Central Park.
Yes, but you haven't controlled for building height or street canyon geometry. A narrow street lined with high-rise offices creates wind tunnels and shadows that artificially skew your temperature and humidity readings, independent of vegetation levels.
Good point. So we should choose streets with similar architectural profiles and canopy coverage?
Precisely. Standardize your baseline variables. Otherwise, your environmental data won't hold up under analysis. What about your data collection equipment?
Park. We were planning to use digital handheld thermistors to take manual readings 3 times a day, at 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. over 2 weeks.
But I was worried that manual readings wouldn't capture rapid microfluctuations. I suggested placing automated data loggers at fixed heights on lampposts instead.
I strongly agree with Liam on that. Automated loggers record continuous data every 15 minutes, which yields a much richer dataset. You'll just need to request permission from the local council to attach the sensors.
Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. My uncle works in the municipal planning department, so I can fast-track the council permit.
Excellent. Now, let's discuss your literature review. Have you reviewed Perez and Lawson's 2021 study on suburban canopy coverage?
Yes, we looked at it, but we felt their statistical models were overly complex for our scope.
Don't dismiss it too quickly. While their mathematical framework is dense, their methodology for measuring foliage density using hemispherical canopy photography is gold standard. You should adopt their optical sampling technique.
Right. Hemispherical photography. We can borrow a fisheye lens from the department lab for that. And
Claire is taking charge of statistical data analysis and graphing, while I'll compile the historical background literature and write up the methodology section.
we'll collaborate on the conclusions and recommendations section together.
Good. What about your division of responsibilities for the final report submission? Sounds like a fair division. Remember, the presentation component is worth 30% of the final module mark. Make sure your visual aids aren't text-heavy. Focus on clear graphical representations of thermal maps.
Will do. Thanks, Dr. Evans.
Section 4. Now you have some time to look at questions 31 to 36.
Good afternoon, everyone. In today's lecture on marine biology and coastal conservation, we will examine the ecological importance and restoration efforts surrounding seagrass meadows. Although seagrasses cover less than 0.2% of the ocean floor, these submerged flowering plants play an outsized role in global marine ecosystems and climate regulation. To begin with, ecological functions. Seagrass beds serve as critical biological marine nurseries. The dense underwater vegetation provides vital shelter and protection for juvenile fish and invertebrates against larger oceanic predators. Species, such as cod, flounder, and commercially vital shellfish, spend their early life stages hidden within these grassy blades. Furthermore, seagrass roots form an intricate underground network that stabilizes seabed sediment. By slowing down water currents and damping wave energy, seagrasses act as natural coastal defenses, significantly reducing coastal erosion during severe storm surges. From a global climate perspective, seagrass meadows are extraordinary carbon sinks, a phenomenon known as blue carbon. Through photosynthesis, they absorb dissolved inorganic carbon at incredible rates. Remarkably, seagrasses can trap carbon in marine soils up to 35 times faster than tropical rainforests lock carbon into land environments. Despite their immense ecological value, Seagrass habitats are declining globally at alarming rates. The primary driver of this loss is human activity. Coastal runoff carrying agricultural fertilizers leads to nutrient pollution, which triggers explosive toxic algae blooms. These blooms blanket the sea surface, blocking essential sunlight from reaching the submerged leaves below, effectively starving the plants of light. Additionally, mechanical damage caused by boat anchors and destructive seabed dredging physically uproots large swathes of healthy beds, leaving fragmented patches that struggle to recover naturally. To counteract this decline, marine conservation scientists are pioneering novel habitat restoration techniques. Traditional methods involved manually transplanting individual shoots by hand, using scuba divers, a process that was extremely costly and labor-intensive. Recent breakthroughs, however, focus on large-scale seed harvesting and dispersal. Researchers collect mature seed pods, process them in land-based tanks, and drop thousands of seeds encased in nutrient-rich protective pellets into targeted coastal areas. Success in restoration relies heavily on community engagement. Local fishing communities are trained to monitor environmental parameters, such as water clarity, which is essential for ensuring sufficient sunlight penetration before planting begins. Furthermore, designating marine reserves where anchoring and dredging are strictly outlawed has proven to be the most effective long-term strategy for allowing degraded seagrass ecosystems to undergo natural recovery. To conclude, protecting and restoring seagrass meadows is not merely about preserving marine biodiversity. It is a vital nature-based solution to climate change.
Now you have half a minute to check your answers.